Hey everybody, Mike's Aquatics, Mike here. Merry Christmas everybody, and a blessed, happy new year. Hopefully we can get this turned around. I know the last 2 years haven't been all that great, but here's hope for 2022. That we can start seeing this all turn around. Today's video is probably going to be kind of a long one. It's especially important this time of year with the holidays coming up, but it pertains to the whole year. And that is the reasons why not to give live animals of any kind as Christmas presents. It doesn't matter if it's a dog or cat, puppy, kitten, fish, reptiles, you name it. If it's a live animal, please, please, please do not give family, friends a live animal as a surprise present to them. And we'll go through some statistics when I come back, but a few of my friends joined in on this video, and we'll hear what they have to say. And then I will come back with some statistics on why not to give animals as presents. So here we go. And I'll be back after. Thanks.
Hey FishTube, Steven here. It's no surprise that I love animals, as I'm sure most of you do too. But with great animals comes great responsibility, and not everyone is aware of or prepared to put in the work to keep a pet the right way. So this is just a friendly reminder that animals don't really make good surprise gifts. Now, I mean, if the recipient has expressed interest in getting a specific pet, and you know they're set up and ready to provide a good home for it, that's different. But otherwise, don't burden someone with the gift of responsibility they weren't prepared for. It's not fair to the recipient, and it's not fair to the animal. So by all means, adopt, rescue, and give your animals a good life, but you can do that any time of year, and you should. That's all. Thanks, and Merry Christmas.
Hey guys, just wanted to talk to you for a minute or less about an issue that we see at Christmas every year. Some of you know that I'm the shelter director and a regular volunteer, hands-on animal care over at the ARC No Kill All Volunteer Shelter, but every year about this time we start getting calls and or visits for people looking for puppies and kittens for their small children, and usually this is just a spur-of-the-moment decision. It hasn't been thought out. They haven't researched it. Had a guy call yesterday, wanted to know if we had puppies. I told him no, just adults. He wanted to get one for his 2-year-old for Christmas. She just decided she wanted one. And he told me they weren't going to keep it. They were just going to return it because she'd get tired of it in a few days. So be aware of this, guys, and be cautioned about it. People are not adopting always to keep the pet.
Hey y'all, Lefty3213A here, or 3213A, and I want to thank Mike for asking me to be a part of this video about the dangers, buying pets around the holiday time. So first of all, I'm going to start with fish. Any kind of livestock, like a fish or a plant or anything like that, don't buy it after Thanksgiving. If you haven't gotten it before Thanksgiving, don't get it online. If you're buying a fish or anything of that nature online, especially after Thanksgiving, from Thanksgiving to December 31st, just don't buy it online. Go to the local store, get them a gift card instead. Because if you're buying that stuff online, chances are with the way the postage is these days, it's not going to make it and won't be pretty. If you're looking at getting a cat or a dog, just know that is a much longer commitment. We're talking years. Cats can live upwards of 20. I have an 18-year-old cat. My longest lived to be 19 and a half. Dogs, on average, go from 8 to 10, upwards of like 15, 16, pushing it, depending on the breed. So if you're looking at getting a cat or a dog, just know that after that kitten and puppy stage, you still have to take care of it. And the amount of dogs and cats that get left at shelters because the family just doesn't want them anymore when they're not cute is a lot higher than you would think it was.
Hi there, it's Mike with the Fish Tank Barn, and let's talk about buying animals as gifts for friends and family. Simply put, not a good idea. So let's explore a couple of factors why. One thing, you may not know the particular financial situation of the person receiving the animal, and therefore don't know if they have the means to care for it properly, which could lead to a detrimental situation for both the animal and the person giving care to the animal. You might not know what sort of time commitments the person receiving the animal has, whether they have the time in their day to care for the animal properly. Again, it could be detrimental to both the animal and the person taking care of it. Also a factor is your own knowledge, as well as the knowledge of the person receiving the animal they care for. If we talk about fish keeping, the Feste cichlid sounds like a great fish to give someone around Christmas time. However, this fish is actually a large, bruising South American cichlid that requires a large tank and a large food bill. So honestly, for the pet lover in your life, the best option would be to go with the gift card or cash to allow them to choose the appropriate pet or pet supplies that suits them.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed those little short videos my friends contributed to this video. Now we'll get into some more reasons why it's not a good idea to give a live animal as a surprise present. I'm just going to read some stuff for you. Holiday commercials and viral videos make it seem like it must be a great idea to shove an animal wearing a big red bow under a Christmas tree while heartwarming music plays in the background. And we'll go through some reasons why it's not a good idea. Number one reason is by January, many of those present animals will have joined the more than 6 million animals who enter shelters across the United States every year. Some animal shelters even play into this by offering discounted or free adoptions and encouraging people to give animals away as gifts. Their intentions may be good, but they likely don't realize that they're exacerbating the homeless animal crisis. First, the holidays are the absolute worst time to bring a new animal into your home. Even normally quiet homes are often filled with people talking and laughing, kids playing with noisy new toys and games, music playing, doorbells ringing, and more. A house filled with strangers coming and going and loud noises is frightening even for the animals who already live there, and much more so for a timid newcomer. Also, during the holiday season, many things that can harm animals are often left within easy reach, including ribbons, ornaments, electrical cords, and sweets, as well as other foods and drinks. And people don't always have the time to give newly acquired animals the attention that they require. When shelters offer up animals for a pittance or even for free, they devalue them and encourage impulse adoptions by eager people who haven't considered whether they or their gift recipients are ready to invest the substantial amount of money, commitment, and care that the animals will need. And animals can be acquired as cheap gifts by people who can't afford to care for them. After the holidays, many of these present animals end up back in the shelter, or worse, sentenced to a life of isolation on a chain or an outdoor pen, or dumped on the street. A shelter in Fargo, North Dakota reports in its area more than 700 animals are turned over to shelters right after the holidays every year. An adoption group in Edinburgh, Texas gets more than 400 animals. This usually starts with a phone call from someone saying, "I got this animal for Christmas and I can't take care of it." And it goes on and on. If your family is truly ready to commit to giving an animal a lifetime, up to 20 years or more of care, which includes veterinary visits, house training, food and treats, toys, bedding, exercise, playtime, and anything else that it needs, the best option is to take the entire family to the shelter when you adopt. That way, you can ensure that the animal you choose is the right fit and everybody is ready to make the commitment. Parents need to understand that young children are ill-equipped to care for an animal properly, and that adults are legally responsible for the animal's welfare. If you know that someone on your list is genuinely ready to adopt, prepared to commit to a lifetime of care, and actively seeking a companion animal, opt to give a shelter gift certificate to cover the cost of the adoption. That way, the recipient can choose an animal who best suits his or her lifestyle and can bring the new companion home after the holiday whirlwind dies down. Or make up a gift basket of toys, treats, bowls, leashes, other supplies, so that the recipient can decide when it's the right time. Animals deserve better to be dressed up in bows, shoved under a tree, than tossed out with the wrapping paper. And like I said, this doesn't just apply to Christmas. You know, at Easter time, people give bunny rabbits, ducks, whatever, and the majority of those are also returned to shelters, or worse yet, just let out on the street, and they are not capable of fending for themselves and end up in most certain death. So please, and it goes the same with fish. You know, if you are bound and determined to give an animal to somebody as a present, it's like I said earlier, isn't it much better to give that person a gift certificate to your shelter, to your local fish store, or someplace else that carries the animal, and let them decide what animal is best for them, and better yet, the whole family going. And if you're the person who thinks that gift certificates are very impersonal, how about this idea? After the holiday's over, make a date, You can go out to lunch, and then go to your local fish store or your shelter and bring that person with you and let them decide what they want. We don't always know if a person is financially capable of the animal's care and needs, or even how to. Let's do our part to give our animals the best chance of a healthy, happy life, and do your part. I want to thank everybody for watching, for my friends who contributed to this video, and I wish each and every one of you the merriest of Christmas and a happy New Year. As always, stay safe, comment below, like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you all in the next one. Merry Christmas, everybody.